Hi, Sharks. My name is Ethan, and I'm 8 years old.
And my name is David, aka Dad. We're from Alpharetta, Georgia, and my age isn't important.
What is important is we're here seeking $50,000 for 5% of my company.
Yeah.
Sharks, every morning I wake up and have a hot, delicious cup of coffee. So Ethan really does like coffee. He's been stealing sips of mine since he was little.
No, Dad, I don't just like coffee. I love coffee.
Interestingly, though, no real coffee brand has ever been created specifically for kids.
Yeah, that's not fair. But don't worry, kids. Now there's Kid Coffee.
The world's first coffee for kids. Okay, I know what you're thinking. What parent is going to hand real coffee to a child?
This guy.
Fair enough, but don't worry, Sharks. Kid Coffee is, Ethan, tell them.
99.9% caffeine free.
That's less caffeine than a single ounce of milk chocolate. But that's not all. Kid Coffee is loaded with nutrition. It's made with organic water-processed decaffeinated coffee, which is rich in antioxidants. It has prebiotic fiber for healthy digestion, calcium for strong bones, and
So much more.
so much more. Kid Coffee is an experience for kids to enjoy with their parents for happier, healthier mornings.
So, Sharks, who want to take a sip with me at the big kid table?
Oh, for sure.
Great job.
We are back with another Shark Tank breakdown, a reaction video. I'm your host, Dave, 10-year intellectual property attorney dealing with everything from patents, trademarks, trade secrets, as well as copyrights. Look at man, I miss doing these. It seems like Shark Tank hadn't had a new episode out in a few weeks, so I hadn't done one of these in a long time. But it seems like we're kind of back up now. When again, it seems like the first one was interesting, $50,000 for 5% of the company, and it seems like the kid is running the company, which I love. These companies in which again, the parent is giving some onus to the kid to be able to kind of run things. So again, some housekeeping items. Please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, as well as hit the subscribe button to be a part of the IP community. To the extent that you're not already a part of the IP community, we do some great things over here. So I would love to have you a part of the community. And again, when I'm kind of going through these things, the three things that I look for plus the bonus is how simple is the product, how effective is the product, what's the market like, and this kind of bonus one is, okay, are they protecting their intellectual property, whether it's trademarks, copyrights, patents, or trade secrets? And in this case, just kind of some initial thoughts here. It seems pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot going on to it, especially for the end user. It was interesting or funny, I should say, because they kind of talked about how the parent would give the kid a coffee from time to time, or the kid would go up and take a sip of coffee, which I think we all have had that experience. And some take it a step further where you have the kid, kind of get handed or sips of maybe other kind of beverages growing up, which, like I said, you just never know. So again, the product is, it seems to be pretty straightforward. How effective is it? And they want $50,000 for 5%. What is that? To $1 million. So again, they're kind of valuing a company, based on that evaluation, I think is $1 million. So I would imagine that they have to have some sales, and a lot of time the effectiveness of the product can be learned based on the reviews as well as the sales. Then I guess the last thing is the market. Now, as they talked about, I've never seen a kid coffee company talked about being caffeine free, and I'm sure not having those things that kind of give that boost of energy to the adults. And I've never seen a kid coffee actually kind of when I go to maybe a Starbucks or a Big B, which is another local coffee shop here in the Michigan area. If I'm kind of having, maybe my daughter with me, I'll get her maybe a hot chocolate just because obviously she can't participate in lattes and different coffees or whatnot. So again, a kid coffee company, I've never seen that, which is a great thing because it seems like the market potentially be wide open, particularly if it's if it's an effective product and kids like it. So those kind of my initial thoughts on those three. And then the fourth or the bonus one is intellectual property. I was doing a quick search, and it seems like you're not going to be able to claim coffee just because it's descriptive of kind of the goods and services that you're kind of doing in this case. But it seems like they have a trademark on kid, and kid is not spelled K-I-D. The way they spell kid, at least according to the trademark that they have, is K-I-I-D, which I think is also on the sign. So K-I-I-D, seeing like that's the name of the LLC as well, Kid LLC with 2 I's, and again, from Georgia. So those are some of my initial thoughts. I would love to hear from you guys in the comment section, not only now, but as we kind of go through this thing, kind of get your thoughts. In the meantime, let's go back to it and kind of see what the Sharks think about the product. Let's go.
Ethan.
In front of you are our 3 signature flavors. Looks like on your right is the Choco Latte, which is a velvety cacao flavor, more like a traditional hot chocolate. You have the original latte for a delicious coffee taste with hints of vanilla.
My personal favorite for my mature palate, caramel latte.
That's your favorite. I'm going to start with that.
David,
then.
Ethan, this is really delicious, the chocolate. Ethan, why did you want to become an entrepreneur?
How did you want?
So it's fun to have a business, and I really wanted to make some money, and I love making stuff, so.
You wanted to make some money? What did you want to spend your money on?
Well, I wanted to get a big house.
Uh-huh.
Ethan, how are you going to sell this? What's the game plan for world domination of kids' coffee?
Dad, you answer that.
I'll take that one, yeah. So this is not my first consumer product business. We've launched direct to consumer, right, through our website. We've expanded already pretty quickly into other channels as well. So, of course, selling on Amazon,
Is this
which
your
is
full-time gig right now?
It's not my full-time gig right now. No, I have also another business that I am working in. It's product development, manufacturing.
What do you make it for? What do you sell it for?
I sell it to people for $14.
What does it cost you to make it?
$3.50.
Why is it so high?
I will say the ingredients are excellent ingredients. So that's
They are.
You can
truly a
tell.
difference.
They are really good, yeah.
And so with just slightly larger volume, we can bring it down to 280 quickly.
What are your sales?
75,000.
Yeah, Ethan.
Good job. When did you start the business?
April of this year.
April
Where are
of
you,
this
where are you
year?
selling it?
Wow.
Just Amazon?
So most of that is all D2C, is truly through our website.
So is it using TikTok or Facebook, or how are you letting people know you even exist?
We do videos, and we kind of put it onto Instagram so people find it.
Are you
And-
part of that yourself?
Yeah, I do a lot of the videos.
There is a large part to our story about Ethan has broken both of his legs. And
Oh.
that was a nutritional deficiency that we found out only later that he wasn't getting enough calcium. So long story short, there's multiple parts here where I wanted him to learn a business. And then the idea of Kid Coffee truly was Ethan liking coffee. And then the nutrition aspect came together, and we said, you want coffee every morning? I can make a coffee that's great for you that also fills these nutritional gaps.
So he broke his legs at 2 different times.
2 different times. So he's broken both of his tibias.
Wow.
Your kids, based on public data, need more calcium, right? Milk consumption, you can see a chart, it's continued downhill for years now.
I like the marketing idea that kids would like to have a cup of coffee, but actually it's very nutritious. That's what's interesting about
Yeah.
it.
David, Ethan, I think what you've done is phenomenal, right? I mean, it's great. The product's great. I mean, the nutrition is great. Problem as a business is there's just so much to do yet, right? You're so young that, there's a lot of uncertainty. I'd rather be in a position just to pour gas on the fire. For those reasons, I'm out.
Oh, that's interesting. And as Mark goes out, let me kind of bring it back on me, man. I love not only these type of stories where kind of kids are becoming entrepreneurs earlier rather than later, just because number one, you have less responsibility. And again, in his case, he's 7 or 8 years old. So he has even less responsibility than somebody who's middle school or high school or even kind of in college. And again, they still go through that process, learning manufacturing, learning advertising and different kind of terminology that's going to suit them well as they kind of get older. So I love that. And then I love the fact that the parent is teaching them. It seems like the parent, in this case, Dad, he's had, I think he said consumer product companies before. So him being able to kind of teach his kid, Ethan, the ropes or the business. And I love these situations. It seems like I would imagine it's 2025 now, but I'm assuming that this was taped in 2024 or maybe towards the end of 2024. So when they talk about kind of year to date, they're talking about those sales being in 2024. But again, $75,000 in less than a year. I think that's solid sales history. And it seems like they're purely D2C. Seems like they're not any retail shops where they're just kind of making videos, like you said, on IG. I'm not even sure if they're on TikTok, which seems like TikTok could be a big spot to get on to. It seems like they're just kind of making videos, putting it out there, and they're going to order the product. People are going to order the product from the website. So again, man, I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. It doesn't seem like they have a ton of money into the business in terms of kind of $100,000 or $1 million into the business. Seems like they've kind of ran lean up until this point. Like I said, I love the fact that Ethan is getting kind of learning the ropes, and Pop seems like he's been crushing it for a long time. So it seems like Mark is out, and that was surprising for Mark to go out saying that he wants to be able to kind of pour fire on a company and let it kind of continue to expand that way. Typically, I'm not sure. I don't think that this was a business that Mark would kind of be interested in. It seems like he's more of a techie side at this point, but seems like Mr. Wonderful was, he's cool with it. It seems like Lori, she's kind of liking it. I can see Barbara investing in this one. So let's go back here and see if they ultimately get a deal. I don't watch these things in real time, so I'm kind of giving you my authentic thoughts in live. So let's go back and let's see if they get a deal. Let's go.
I will say, I mean, I think the part that we've left off here truly is the fact, yes, we're early, but the opportunity is big. We already have interest, say, for instance, we have coffee shops now selling kid coffee. So
Nice.
very
You
interesting
do
opportunity.
how many?
Right now, it's only 3 different chains, right, that are selling. They're selling 2 bags a day per shop minimum, but then serving, right? So serving kid coffee. So it's truly
That's very
That's a
interesting.
great- that's a better
Just
deal.
to
Yeah.
level set for the
Selling 2
audience, the
bags a day.
average kind bar that you sell in Starbucks is 0.7 a day. So if you're doing 2 a day, it's a very respectable number.
well, and so we're talking not Starbucks, right? We're talking mom and pop, locally run.
You know what?
coffee
I take that all back. I take back what I said. I like using the coffee shops as leverage to sell right there at the coffee shop. I'll make you an offer.
Wow. Okay.
You
Mark
know
is
what? I
back.
was thinking it too.
Okay, I'll make you an offer as well. I'll do the 50K for 30%.
30%.
So wait a minute.
Wow.
Let me just tell you what I was thinking.
150,000.
I love your packaging. It is cute as can
The
be.
packaging is
I
sweet.
love the flavors. I love that you put in nutrition. So everything you did is like A++.
You can tell Pops has been through it.
I don't know. Mark, would you want to go in with me?
Yeah, absolutely.
So how about we do the $50,000 for 20%?
That works for us.
50,000, 20%?
I appreciate the offer. I would ask, but why the much lower? And of course, at the end of the day, evaluation.
Yeah, that's
We
like
know we're going to have to raise
250,000.
capital again, right? So
No, you
we're
won't.
not looking to
If
give
you
up.
won't, if you take
Not
this
if you do
deal.
it right. If you do it right, you won't have to raise capital again.
Uh-oh.
Here's what I have in mind. We go into a few coffee shops, which I think is the better approach, right? Because you don't have to spend the marketing, the advertising, and you just get displays right there. And it's great for them because you can bring your son or daughter in and it makes great marketing. And it's, they're trying to get more people in the door. That acts as your leverage. And if you get any leverage there at all, if it works, you'll never have to raise money again.
I'm very interested to see, Daniel, I understand. I mean, you have a lot of experience in this space as well.
I'll do the deal with you for 20%.
Okay, so
20% for 50, 20% or 50. I mean,
Okay, I don't think you can get less.
30,
What would you
25, and
like?
20.
what do you think you should?
I think maybe 10%
Ooh,
for
look at,
50,000.
hey, look at him.
I agree with Ethan. I think he has a very good head on his shoulders.
You do have 3 offers. And believe me, at the beginning of this pitch, I thought you'd get 0. But when you hit that coffee shop button, that sounded interesting.
80% of a watermelon is a whole lot better than 100% of a grape.
I'll ask, would anyone accept 10%, $50,000, deal done, let's go and grow?
David, the best I can do is as follows. This is my final offer. I'll do 20%, but if and when you decide to join full time, I'll give you 5% in stock options.
Guys, I'll do the 50K for 15%.
Ooh, Mr. Wonderful is feeling generous.
All
I
right.
think Daniel has offered the exact same.
We have a deal or not? I'll do the deal, 50K for 15%. No contingencies at all. I'll
No
turn on
royalty?
the social like you can't believe. There's only one Mr. Wonderful. The rest are
Mr. Wonderful
discount
is
sharks.
I think we need just a minute. Do we have a
Take
second
a
to talk?
quick minute.
Barbara hasn't came in. That's surprising. She must went
Gonna
out.
fire his dad.
He's gonna fire his dad.
Same percentage at the end of the day. Truly.
They're trying to get Lori and Mark for 15%.
Daniel, we accept your offer.
Congratulations, guys.
Wow,
do it.
they went with Daniel.
Congratulations.
Cheers.
You just picked a perfect partner for this deal.
Ethan, you have to keep that smile always, okay? Nice to meet you. David, look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
You're a good dad.
Thank you.
Well done.
Bye.
Good job, Ethan.
Oh, man. That was great.
Kids, if you
Man, good stuff. Hey, I love that. Love the fact that, hey, the first episode in a couple weeks and they got a deal I actually really like that coffee shop ideal as well. The fact that they're in the coffee shops, and again, because it provides free marketing, especially those mom and pops, because it's a win-win. Now they mom and pops get to offer something different that other people are not offering, that being coffee for kids. And in exchange, Ethan and Pops, they get a chance to kind of get free marketing, and which ultimately I think is going to help them out with driving traffic to maybe the website as well. So I love that. As Lori talked about, I actually like their packaging as well. I think that's pretty sweet. They are protecting their IP, so that's a good thing. Let's go to the website here really quickly, and then we will get up out of here. So Kid Coffee, obviously the part coffee, they don't have a trademark, but the word kid, that is trademark. So again, kudos to them for protecting their intellectual property. I love that. And again, the chocolate, the caramel latte, and then or original. I think my daughter would actually like this. I may end up getting it for her. In fact, that's crazy that he broke both of his legs at different points. Seems like this is an active kid for sure. Seems like the nutrition facts are pretty good. In fact, that he's 7 years old, killing it like this. I love it. I love it. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I think we got to go. We're off to a good start so far with what is it? Season 16, episode 12. I think we're off to a good start. It seems like it was a little shaky at first. Mark went out, and then once they kind of put in okay, we're in coffee shops, mom and pop coffee shops, it seems like everybody came in. Interesting that I didn't see Barbara make an offer. Seems like kind of maybe this kind of wasn't her thing, but Daniel, it seems like he ultimately got the deal. I'm coming out with some interesting things really for kind of teaching IP, and I'm kind of really involving my daughter with this thing. And I love the fact that in this case, Pops, he had Ethan, and I think Ethan is going to be crushing it by the time he's 18, 19, 20 years old, just because he's really kind of getting the hang of business and having kind of that experience and being able to make money. I was just at the Shark Tank conference in January, and Mickey, the organizers of the conference, their son, they kind of started the business Ornament Anchor, which was a Shark Tank product when he was in middle school, and now he's 18 years old, and they're doing millions of dollars a year in revenue. So again, nothing is going to hurt coming from this, or nothing's going to hurt starting early with your kid. And again, they're going to get the experience, and again, you may mess around, and by the time he's in high school, have $1 million business that's crushing it. So kudos to Ethan. Hey, look, they didn't get the $50,000 for 5%. It seems like Mr. Wonderful went to the 15%. It seems like they end up settling on $50,000 for 20%, I think, with Daniel, which again, I think it's still solid, man. I actually like this company. I think it's simple. Seems like it's effective, $75,000 in only less than a year. I think that's a good start. Talking about the market, I think the market is wide open. It's obviously, we know the coffee market is a big market, but in terms of kid coffee, I have never seen anything like that. Maybe you guys have seen it. Let me know in the comments if you have. But I think that market is wide open. I think the packaging is good. It seems like nutrition value is there, and I think that's going to be great. And then again, they're protecting their intellectual property. It seems like they at least have a trademark on this. I'm not sure if they have a trade secret on the formula or whatever the case may be, but they are protecting their intellectual property, that being the trademark to the term kid. So kudos to Pops for that. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Please hit the like button for the algorithm, as well as hit the subscribe button to be a part of the IP community. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Peace.